Oh shit, where? Alright, y'all. I've been wanting to share this shit. Let me see. Regular nigga doing regular shit. About to lose my mind because I'm tired of this shit. You know that's right though. We look at the world and we don't know what to expect. But if you've been enlightened, then you know how to detect the evils that surround you, the character display, the evil in the hearts and the exposing they hate. It's all up in our It's all up in our face. Don't try to rap. Just tell them it's all up in their face. It's all up in my face. It's all up in my eye. It's all up in my eye. It ain't no surprise. It ain't no surprise. It ain't no surprise. Said 3 times he gets in, maybe even touching the third eye. That's what that dude said. He said it said 3 times. 3 times it registered. 3 times it gets into the DNA. 3 times it gets into the way of you thinking, of you acting, of you moving, of you believing, of you touching your soul and touching your heart and exposing it through your mouth and expressing it through your spout that God gave you with your life and your breath, and understanding we detect all the evils that come, and you know when people you around come around and they suspect on how they do things, on how they view things, on how they do things, on how they view things, on how they do things, on how they view things. But let me get back to what I was doing. I was trying to get to provocation, because provocation is like, I'm seeing a lot of posts and I see a lot of stuff that I done put down years ago. Just, no one knows. No one checked it. No one saw it. We ain't ordering Domino's. We ordered that last night. So let me see. We're going to Hub Pages. Let's go to Hub Pages. Let me show you how to get to my little contribution to life. One day you will see. Hashtag Hood Abdul, Abdul.10. I got a little bit of contributions on the side of believing and worshiping Allah and giving the message to break down easily for the people. So you already know. Let me see. $10 Abdul. Alright, let's check it out. Good morning, y'all. Good morning. I'm just sitting up on my coffee and smoke a little jizz. You get it. Maybe not. Maybe went over your head. But I don't understand, because I know that my mom is gone, but her soul and her memory not dead. And that's how we got to live our life, because we're going to take a lot of L's. And once we take a couple of L's, it don't mean that we failed. It just means that we have living life experience behind us now. We lost our family. We lost our loved ones. We lost relationships. We done did all that in life. And as a grown man, almost 50, you understand what I'm saying? You just know after that point. You just know. I ain't got time for the BS, the bullshit, or none of that. I'm trying to get back and combat all the... I'm trying to see why this shit ain't low. No, is it because of this? Is it because of this? Well, let's check it. Come on. Sign in, bitch. All right. Prose poetry, 2 discrete files. Birds written on paper, birds all up in the clouds. Got pictures of angels and wings spread over, covering us and protecting us with the stretch of the cloud. You understand what I'm saying? I have to speak it out loud, but I'm still trying to make it, because I never bow down. Only to Allah. But onto the shin of Allah. God, as you understand, by whatever the name, they are one and the same. It's one Lord, one Creator. You know what it is. Created all this madness, all this beauty, so that you can see within your third eye, He will appear. You see His beauty. You see His evidence. You see His creation. You see His miracles. You see everything that He's capable of. And you doubt. You doubt what? I look in the mirror as I speak to myself. You doubt what God give you. So let me get back to what I was doing. Let me see. I got a couple of my scores went down, but I'm not concerned. Okay. Name Provocation, but never chose. So that went up to 59. So let's see. This is the one I'm talking about. I'm not gonna edit it. Just gonna take it to my page. So I wrote this. I've been editing it and tweaking it every year because it's keep it relevant. Sometimes I catch a mistake. I change a picture or whatever. So as a people, our intent is not to invite or provoke the wrath of people with bad intentions, especially those with the badge of authority. Provocation not necessary. Beast unleashed. Humanity is the prevailing plea. I don't want to provoke you is what I'm thinking. Excuses are given for behavior. Admission is the way for redemption. So this is when I went to the Eazy-E, NWA, Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, you know what I'm saying? That's when I went. So when I say before the premiere, it was the premiere coming, straight out of Compton. And even with everyday violence and everyday stops by the police and all those things, where we see the reality of the treatment and the conclusion, the jumps to conclusion that they make to justify whatever violent action they have to take, or they take and then try to justify it, even though it could have been avoided. Because they have technology to make bullets and weapons to stun and paralyze. When will we realize? So that's provocation. That's what this is. So news clips of police choking dudes out, releasing the dogs, devouring children like hogs. Wake up, we've been sleeping long enough. And some posts I done took. We live in a world where this is okay, but this is racist. What is that? Wake up, we've been sleeping long enough. Feeling powerless. Abuse of authority at the highest. I don't want to provoke you. The biggest task is trying not to provoke our Lord, incurring his wrath. Authority at high appointed levels are being abused, and the feeling is that we are powerless. Provocation. I ain't trying to provoke you. Provocation. I ain't trying to provoke you pulling me over while walking or driving while black. I think, or I thought, it was hard to tell. See, I'm so light. Lighter than I think. I think I'm dark. Sometimes. So I said I thought it was hard to tell. Asking me, why are you nervous? I'm like, people been dying. Shit. Today, I'm trying to live. When I was younger, you were slower to pull the trigger, allowing me to live. Now that I'm older, you seem quicker to empty a whole clip, leaving people dead in the street. You shouldn't let fear make you pull the heat or put that knee on my fucking neck until I can't breathe and then try to justify in court. I was scared that the violent crowd was coming. They was talking shit to me. I did lost track of how many minutes my heavy ass knee was on this man's neck. Really? Okay. If it was reversed and I had my knee on a white dude's neck, or anybody's neck, they catch me with my knee on somebody's neck and then they die because my knee on their neck, I can go to court and try to say he died for a million different reasons. But I'm already judged and boom, I'm already gone. I don't even have no bail to get out. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no $1 million police organization behind me helping me fight this case so they could bring up every little, trying to bring up a doubt. If anybody on that jury is doubting that man caused the death of that man, then you had to be paid. You had to be on their team in the first place. And that's what they say going into the court is. You already going into a red courtroom. All of them work for the same person. For the same entity. You have to have a bank number, they say. Your social security card, your birth certificate, all that. Bank bar cards to get into court so that you could be processed and spoken to and all of those things. So I'm really taking on to that knowledge and I'm really loving it, because if that's the way, then that's the way that we all can get free real quick. And that's what people doing now. So it's either get on the tide. That's what I tell myself. Get on it now while it's good, because maybe one day, soon, they're going to cut that shit out. Because I say, nah, these people rising up, they getting their shit together. They understanding that this paperwork is fucking just what it is. Fictitious entity. So they name and they tell you what it is. Fictitious. What the fuck is fictitious? I thought that was fake. You telling me this is a fictitious something and it's valuable in court? It's fictitious? Okay. First time I heard fictitious business name was a trip. I was like, why would I do a fake business name? And then you pull it out there, bam, now it's alive. So when I was younger, you were slower to pull the trigger, allowing me to live. Now that I'm older, you seem quicker to empty a whole clip, leaving people dead in the street. You shouldn't let fear make you pull that heat. Please let that be the last resort. Technology gives us weapons to stun and paralyze. When will we realize killing is population control and we are the pests? Manipulation of our minds, a psychological jest. To those type officers, quick to shoot, sending souls of our youth on their final destination home. We are forced to ring the alarm. Seems like the prevailing intent is solely to harm. Enforcing rules on we, which is like WE, standing for writing empowerment, because that's when I wrote a lot of stuff and got my first published work. So I say WE, writing empowerment. So enforcing rules on we, being trapped like cattle. And we raised to feed your children. Evil stare in the eyes with your weapons drawn, cocked and ready. But the lives we lead are related, you know what I'm saying? So the lives we lead are related. The deeds we do can be deflated if ill intentions are premeditated. Experiences through life possibly devastated. Character of good men desecrated. Human race delegated. Specialist class or classless, judgment regardless. We won't mix, beliefs will persist, tearing us apart, because division is the dominant part. Brown skin does not mean criminal. Black skin does not mean criminal. Show you some more examples and posts that I read in the article. Bam, bam, bam. Things that I share to enlighten. What book is this? And I'm always asked the question, who is they? The people behind this book are the they I speak about. What does that say? Get out. Open preview image, copy image. Okay, can I see this? So this says, damn, I can't read it right now, but I got it out of a book. These occurrences are more frequent or not. These occurrences are more frequent or not. LAPD names officer who fatally shot woman in South Atlanta, LA Times. Officer, please, can't generalize. All officers are not corrupted. They work for the same corrupted entity, though. Can't generalize. All officers are not corrupted. We know. And that's why I say, shouldn't let fear make you pull the heat. Let that be the last resort. Technology gives us weapons to stun and paralyze. When will we realize killing is population control when we are the pest? Manipulation of a psychological jest. You look at the news, look at the life, look at the media, look what they teaching us to be. And if you raised by that TV, if you raised by them videos, if you raised by that BET, and if you raised by that NBC, CBS, ABC, FOX, FX, all that shit. It's all a mind condition. I see that shit. So I wrote this as a poem. So I won't provoke you. When the police pull me over, I say, I won't provoke you. Hell no. Provocation. So I just say the whole situation is a situation of provocation waiting to happen. They're trying to allow you to step in your fucking shit that you spur out your mouth and cause a provocation. So I won't provoke you. Provocation, maybe you relate to. I refuse to provoke you. Evil's been hiding, surfacing through your deliberately chosen rivals, because you made us your rivals. You made us your enemy. We didn't make you our enemy. You made us your enemy. You deliberately chosen rivals. By default, you choose men the same as me in appearance. So you telling me you look like me, you destined to be stopped, shot, and left dead in the street? That's alarming to me. Needs to be alarming to you. Is it really a soldier? Is a soldier he chose? And this is the destiny that arose? Thinking Nipsey Hussle. Compassion would say no. Cold hearts may say that's on him until it's at their front door. And it would show that brown skin does not mean criminal, black skin does not imply evil, white skin does not mean innocence and docile either. Take a breath. The one you hate may be the one who will believe ya. Talking about black on black, you know what I'm saying? We hate each other so much, but we might be the ones we look to and turn to and actually find a solution in this thing, because we look into our folks. We look into our people who believe the same, not the ones who look like us and don't believe the same, but the ones who, you know. So I wrote this as to the police officers the little day they came through. Boom, 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 boom. They just looking like that, showing their little force. It was like they was on display. I was taking pictures. This is regular shit around the Coliseum. They was just like, we're gonna post up. We're gonna show our presence. So shouldn't let fear make you pull the heat. And I say that over and over again because technology gives us weapons to stun and paralyze. When will we realize? That's what I'm saying. What is all this killing going down? We could check a taser. People know how to do all kind of shit to keep people alive and keep people, you know, so provoked, innocent victim choked. Another sodomized by Billy Club. Brown like me, profile for racial identity. Now rubber bullets. Puncturing my flesh. Somebody on the news just got hit. Boom, 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 boom. Rubber flesh. This ain't the movies. This ain't rock. That shit ain't bouncing off. That shit putting damn near invisible holes in a nigga. You just get a bruise, but you really be like you got shot by something. No weapon, so I detest. I'm not political though. Not defined when I write. I instigate none. You are suggesting I carry guns, but I don't even own one. I stay resilient. I stay reliant. Idols are made. Faith is broken if the day go back when hate, the hatred of men was fighting to prevail. Love won the spotlight for a while. Now police bringing back the dragon sickness. Covetous of power spirit must eliminate all rivals. That's what they thinking. We the rivals though. Remembering stuff like this, rest in peace, young one. You know who that is, Trayvon. I was murdered and still have no justice. I was 17. Please don't stay silent. I am Trayvon Martin. See what I'm saying? So then we went to the movie. We got to see pre and post viewing. So straight out of Compton, beginning and ending. So that's a cool article. I wrote this poetic essay form. And then I talk about our rights right here. Talk about how we could change the world. Just took that, you know what I'm saying? So you see this is 2015. Abdul, I'm using your poem. I want to provoke you in Spectrum. So he put it in Spectrum for me. He liked the poem, so he put it in there. And then I went to get my free copy, but, you know, he already put the money in, put the avenue. So thank you. Hope you enjoyed my narration of Provocation, but never chose to provoke you, just to defend. So I wrote that, and then back in the day, and posted it and shared it, and it's still relevant today because it still goes on as we maybe checking out this George Floyd trial, which is just a fucking joke. The way they really trying to defend this man for doing something heinous like that. But you know, we all got blessings and we all got God working in our lives some way, somehow. We might not realize it, but the unseen be working. So we already know that there is an unseen because it told us that there is an unseen. You got to believe in the seen and the unseen. You got to believe that there is something that you can't see that's working and pulling strings and divine essence that's pure and fighting for right and righteousness. And then there might be the whole fight against negative takeovers of the mind, you know. So the prayer is the protection, prayer is the bubble. And once you build that protection up, then it's hard for them to break through the bubble. The more layers you got, it's like a bulletproof vest. Misinformation, that bullet of of hate, that bullet of envy, that bullet of jealousy, that bullet of anything negative that'll bring negativity to your existence. So, I just got to be me. I just got to let that go. Alhamdulillah. A lot of work, bro. I hope y'all enjoyed name Provocation, but never chose to provoke, just defend. Abdul Hood. Thank you very much.